Good afternoon, everyone. How are you all? This being a very lazy Sunday, I'm sure, and you all must be relaxing at home, thinking about what to eat, what not to eat at this period of time when the pandemic is all over. But like to thank Preeti and Pawan, Preeti Quatra and Pawan Quatra, that they have given me an opportunity again to come live at Petal's under school platform, and they are giving me an opportunity to go live every Sunday. I'm gonna show you a dish which is absolutely wonderful for those amazing kids and those beautiful housewives. So do check me out every Sunday at 12 sharp. I will be live at your platform and I will be showcasing a lot of dishes with you. The dishes will be interesting, quirky, and won't be that time taking. If you think that the dishes will take hell lot of time, hell lot of ingredients, then it's wrong. It'll be very simple, but of course I always keep health in mind. So I would ensure that I show you something healthy and some bit of cheat meal as well, so that once you actually serve it to your kids, they will be able to understand and they will be eating a lot of those highly privileged vitamins and minerals, which is definitely required in your body. But before I go live, I go live to cook. Let me just tell you about myself. My name is Chef Nishant Chaube, and I am a chef. I'm a chef for the last 20 years, and I have been. I started my career with Rajvilas Hotel, and then before I graduated to IHM Bhopal, and then I went to Dubai. I worked there for 3 years at Madina, and then Madina Shumera, and then came back to India, worked with Olive, and then post that I was at Roseate Hotel. I worked there for good 8 years. I went to a lot of countries in between and did curated pop-ups. Those pop-ups with Indian as the main curated cuisine that I showcased all over the world, because I believe that being an Indian, it's our duty to showcase regional cuisine all over the world, and that's the trend. So right now I am presently working with a company which is based out of Japan, and the name of the company is Tenan Group. We also have 2 units in Delhi, Gurgaon, called Bento Bayan and Bento Delhi. So this is about me. I also opened up a small restaurant in Dubai called One Square Meal. And right now everything is not working because of the pandemic, but I'm sure that will get over very soon. So whoever is watching today, one ingredient which is very close to me is beetroot. Okay, so I'm going to show you beetroot, and I'm going to show you how you can make this dish a really interesting and exciting dish. So for that, what we need is we need grated beetroot. सो इफ़ यू जैसे कद्दूकस करते हैं वैसे ही कद्दूकस करना है बीटरूट को, और बहुत पतले वाले से कद्दूकस करना है, मोटे वाले से नहीं करना है. सो दिस इज़ हाउ इट लुक्स लाइक. ओके, उसके लिए फिर अगेन इसके साथ हमें चाहिए सम बिट ऑफ पेपर्स. ये कलरफुल पेपर्स हैं, और अगर आपके पास ये पेपर्स नहीं होते हैं तो आपके पास अगर शिमला मिर्च है तो आप उसको भी यूज़ कर सकते हैं. ओके, these are the spices which will go in this recipe. This is called Panchforan, which is from West Bengal, and there are some fabulous dry red chili, some bit of sesame seed, some bit of sugar. मैंने पाउडर बना दिया शुगर को, बट नो वरीज. आप चाहे तो इसके अंदर ग्रेन शुगर भी डाल सकते हैं. I will take all the questions. I'm just gonna show you the dish first, and there are some healthy stuff that I'm gonna put. Some bit of Californian walnuts, some bit of cheese. जो भी मेल्टिंग चीज़ अगर आपके पास है, इफ़ यू हैव मोज़रेला, इफ़ यू हैव चेडर, you can always incorporate that. Then some bit of this curd. Okay, I mean, if you have cream cheese at your house, then you can use cream cheese, else you can use those hung curd. Then I have this bread crumb, जिससे मैं कोट करूँगा और फ्राई करूँगा. And this is a small batter. This is a thin batter which is made from cornstarch and refined flour, जिससे मैं crumb करूँगा. Okay. After that, this is a lovely honey, some sea salt, and this is again a beetroot which is boiled. You can also roast it with skin and then just cover it and keep it. I'm going to show you how to make beetroot flour, okay, as a garnish to the plate. Okay, and of course some bit of mint, some sea salt. और इस रेसिपी में मैं 3 तरह का विनेगर यूज़ कर रहा हूँ. दिस इज़ white wine vinegar. Okay, white wine vinegar. If you have red wine vinegar, you can always use red wine vinegar. Then I'm going to use some of balsamic vinegar. Okay. Then I'm going to use white vinegar. But again, if you don't have these vinegar, you can always use white vinegar. There's no problem. सिरका जो होता है उसको use कर सकते हो. Then I'm going to use this lovely black sesame oil. So these are the basic ingredients. As we cook, I will take you along with me so that we can start the recipe. Okay. So now let's start cooking. So I will just take any question if you guys have in mind. So yeah. Okay, if there's any question, hello, I'd like to say hello to everyone. Great to see you, sir. Thank you very much. My pleasure always. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start the induction. Okay, start the induction, and then I'm gonna show you how you can make this interesting beetroot murabba croquette. So this is the name of the dish, beetroot murabba croquettes. So I'll just switch on the flame. Okay, so the flame is switched on. Okay, what I need to do is I need to put some bit of oil. So I'm gonna put this lovely sesame oil. But if you don't have sesame oil, again you can use any oil in this recipe. There's no problem with the oil. You can use refined oil. You can use olive oil. जो भी आपके पास oil है आप उसको use कर सकते हैं. Okay, guys. I hope I'm audible. I hope I am clear with everyone for this interesting recipe. Okay, so once the oil is hot, what I'm gonna do is, I'm sure everyone knows about it. Is I'm gonna splatter some bit of पंच फोरन. पंच फोरन में 5 तरह का स्पाइस होता है, तो ये आप देख सकते हैं पंच फोरन. This is how it looks like. I think it's found at everybody's home. Okay, so I'm gonna put some bit of these lovely पंच फोरन. And let it splatter, and then some bit of this lovely dry red chili. Okay, but of course you can adjust this recipe according to your requirement. There's no problem. आप इसको अपने requirement के अनुसार you can always adjust it. Once this start getting flavor, okay, I'm gonna put this raw beetroot, grated raw. There might be some question that either beetroot is boiled or it's raw. It's raw actually. कच्चा beetroot को मैंने कद्दूकस कर लिया है. Okay. So once this, you need to just coat this. Okay, the beetroot will start coating the panch foran, and you will find a lovely aroma of panch foran coming out. Okay. Nice. Once this cooks a bit, what I'm gonna do is, once this cooks a bit, I'm gonna add vinegar and I'm gonna add sugar. So that it turns into a good sweet and sour kind of mixture. Very simple, very interesting, very easy, and of course quirky. Okay, so I can see the beetroot has wilted a bit. At this period of time, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use white vinegar in this. Okay, basically this is a murabba. So you need to put vinegar and sugar to make it sweet and sour. Okay, there is some powdered sugar. Okay, some sugar. Okay, so I put some bit of vinegar and sugar. So once you put vinegar and sugar, what will happen? It will start shining. It will start getting that shine. Okay, and of course you can keep tasting it so that you can adjust the sweetness and the sourness of the murabba. any question you guys have in mind, please do ask so that I can answer it. Nice. I'll also put some bit of salt, okay, a little bit of sea salt, but you can also use normal salt, there is no problem. So I can already started, smelling that lovely aroma of Panchphoran and then some taste of vinegar and sugar in this. And I'm wait until it becomes nice and soft, and then I'm gonna take it off from the flame, rest it a while, and then I'm gonna make another lovely chili marmalade. Okay. In the meantime, I have a question for all of you. If you can answer, what is the difference? Without checking Google, you have to answer. What is the difference between jam and marmalade? So why I am calling this as I'm gonna make marmalade and not the jam? I'm not gonna make chili jam. I'm gonna make chili marmalade. But why? So you need to answer without checking the Google. So let's see who all can answer this. Lovely. Okay. So I'll just wait for this to cook, and you have a questions in front of you. My next question is, how many of you know what are the ingredients of Panchphoran? Let me see who all guess it right, and let's see if I can get some bit of answer. So I had asked two questions to all of you: why I'm calling it a marmalade, and then what are the ingredients of Panchphoran? A little bit more sugar can go. Okay. So I'm just waiting for it to become nice and soft. Okay. You can also put some. If you don't have beetroot, if you have red cabbage, you can also make the same thing with red cabbage. It will be very interesting. Any question you guys have till now? This is a very interesting recipe. I call it beetroot murabba croquette with chili marmalade and some bit of pickled beetroot. Wow. Beetroot has come out juicy, tasty, spicy, sweet. Food has 5 senses. So all these senses I can feel through food.
No, sorry, we don't. No,
okay, I'll take the question if there's any. No, sir, we don't know. Okay. So why I'm calling it marmalade? Because I'm cooking with skin. Anything is with skin, if you cook, that's called marmalade, and if you cook without skin, it's jam. That's the basic difference. There is no, it's very simple actually. And for Panchphoran, there are five spices in Panchphoran: cumin seed, fennel seed, onion seed, fenugreek seed, and mustard seed. If anyone can repeat. Okay. So I'm just waiting for this to get softened. Okay. And if you just lower down the heat a bit. Okay. So these are the two questions that I asked to all of you so that you all can be involved. Okay, so I am more or less kind of so this is done. Okay, this has become nice and soft. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them out in this bowl, okay, and let it cool down. And you can always store this in your fridge. Since it is sweet and sour, it has vinegar and sugar, it is an automatic preservative, and it is automatically preserved, and you can always eat it with your toast, with your bread, on top of your pizzas. You can always do that. So there is absolutely no issues. It will last good 10 to 15 days if it is handled well. Okay. So I'm just allowing this to rest. Okay. In the meantime, I need to cook the chili marmalade, and I told you why it is called marmalade, because I'm cooking this with skin. Interesting, very simple recipe. Okay, cool. So once the marmalade will start cooking, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to make flour. Check me out, beetroot flour. You can learn this now. This will be amazing. ये बहुत interesting तरीका होता है flour बनाने का. I'm gonna show you that. Okay. So the pan is back. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this lovely chili marmalade. Great. Okay. So what I need to do is, of course, I need to put some bit of oil. Anyone has any question, please feel free to ask me. I'll be more than happy to answer your question. If not, that is fine. Okay. So some bit of oil. Okay. In this beetroot, you can always mix some fresh turmeric. Okay. Nobody will come to know even. That's what I said. Cheat. So you can put a lot of carrot. You can put carrot. Whatever vegetable that you think is good and you have in the fridge, you can always put it and make it sweet and sour. Nobody will come to know and they'll get a lot of immunity. Okay. Once the oil is hot, I'm gonna put some bit of garlic. There's some sliced garlic. Okay. And just wilt a bit, not too much. You don't need to make it brown. Just a little bit of cooking of the garlic. Then I'm gonna put these peppers, which I cut into julienne. Okay. Of course, you need to put some bit of dry red chili. Put some bit of dry red chili in this. Okay. And then let it cook. If you don't have those red pepper and yellow pepper, again I'm saying that you can always make jam, chili marmalade with green capsicum. जो शिमला मिर्च होता है उससे भी बना सकते हैं. There is no problem with it. Okay. So once this is sauteed a bit, I'm again gonna put vinegar and sugar, but this time I'm gonna put some bit of this lovely white wine vinegar. Okay. But again, if you don't have white wine vinegar, no issues with that. You can always use put white vinegar. Okay. So at this period of time only, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put generous white wine vinegar. And of course, to mind this, I'm gonna put sugar. Okay, and then let it cook. What will happen is that will start binding the peppers. It will take glaze and it will become very tasty. You can also put some bit of cinnamon, whole cinnamon. You can put some bit of green cardamom, whatever you want to say. You can always put all those things. See how colorful it is, how nice. Okay, so you need to leave it on a very slow heat, and then it needs to cook for some time, and then takes the consistency of a lovely super duper marmalade. Okay. Sir, which is more healthy, marmalade or jam? Both are healthy actually, but I think cooking with skin is always better. Why to throw it if it can be used? So that's why if you're using orange and if you cook it with skin, it's always better, because that gives a lot of texture to the jam or marmalade, whatever you're making. So that's why I am using with skin. Okay, so you can see this pepper is taking lovely shape. Okay. Nice. So once it cooks, it will become also very soft. Okay. Okay, time to show you the best thing that I do is to make rolls. So I'm going to show you how to make rolls. I'm gonna show you how to make those lovely rolls. Okay, so अगर आपके if you have slicer, those chips वाला slicer, if you have that, you can use that. But I don't have, so I have this truffle slicer. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I boil these beetroot. Okay, and I have you can boil it. You can also roast it. There's no problem. Okay, so you can boil it, you can roast it, either ways, but it should be very, very soft. So what you need to do is you need to take very, very thin slices out of this. As thin as possible. See, I am taking out these thin slices. But if your beetroot is not boiled properly, then it won't come that way. So these are some lovely slices which has come out from the beetroot. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put them on the side, and then I'm gonna layer them. Just see how it is. How am I doing it? Just you have to keep overlapping it. Your hand would be dirty at this period of time because beetroot leaves a lot of color, but never mind. Your hand should be sanitized well. So see, what I am doing is I am actually overlapping them. Be careful on the marmalade, it should not burn. See, this is already starting lovely, lovely glaze. Cooking is fun. Wow. A little bit more sugar can go. So I'm gonna lower the heat. Okay, I'll come back to this. So I need to just keep it overlapping them. Okay. As much as possible you should do it. Whatever slices you have. So I am actually so once these are arranged well, what you should do is I'm gonna make a dressing because this beetroot has no taste. So I'm gonna infuse some bit of taste. So I have this third vinegar that I have. This is called balsamic vinegar. It is made out of red wine. If you don't have, again, no problem. Don't at all worry. You can always use vinegar just to make a dressing. Okay. So some bit of balsamic vinegar. Some bit of these lovely black sesame oil. You can use olive oil also, no problem. And I have some bit of this lovely mint. Okay, so I'm gonna infuse some bit of mint in this. Okay, and then I'm gonna just rinse a bit. It'll be very sour, so to adjust it, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some bit of honey. I am having some lovely honey from Canada, but if you have regular honey, you can always use regular honey and make a dressing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pour this on top of this beetroot. See, and keep it for some time so that these beetroot slices get that taste. So I showcased that, I showcased all three kind of vinegar in three different ways. In the meantime, I'm waiting for the jam also to become, the marmalade here, okay, the peppers get soft, they all come together, and then I'm gonna just cool it down. This recipe also of this pepper marmalade, okay, is, you can just make it one time and you can keep it in the fridge. Nothing is gonna happen. So once this is cold, once this is nice and cold, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put them in the fridge. Okay, I'm gonna put them in the fridge. Okay, and finish this pepper marmalade. Okay, and take it out in a bowl and then start making those lovely croquettes. Okay, what is croquette? A very, very good question that always comes is, croquette is a French word. It means drum shape. So I'm gonna make a drum shape of the beetroot that I cooked at my first. That was my first thing that I did. That was the first thing that I did. So I'm gonna stuff it with some sort of cheese and some sort of walnuts, because I think we like those lovely, lovely cheese. So that's what I'm gonna do. But since it was very hot, the beetroot murabba preparation, so I kept it for some time so that it is easy for me to convert into croquettes. Okay, cool. Let this cook. Okay. So this is the one that I cooked. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shape this up. Okay. I'm going to take some bit of flour in my hand, okay, and then you can make this small little croquette, and you can always you have to stuff it with some bit of cheese and some bit of walnuts. And make some shape. Keep making it and putting it on the side. Cheese, walnut, and some bit of yogurt also. A little bit of yogurt. So you have to keep making it, and then I'm gonna make the oil hot, and then I'm gonna fry them after coating with breadcrumb. Okay, so you can see this lovely, lovely chili marmalade. Wow, outstanding. Really, really nice. So once it cools down, it will all bind in a way that is like marmalade, and then I'm gonna serve this with the beetroot. Love these recipes actually. So another question that I would like to ask all of you is, what is croquettes? What do you mean by croquettes? So without checking Google, I previously said, think if anyone can guess it, what is croquettes, then it will be fantastic. Okay. So I'm going to switch off the heat. It's done now. and I'm going to take it out in a bowl. And now I have to fry. So to fry, I need to get a clean pan. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change my pan. So this is the marmalade. You can see the shine on it. It has come out so well. So I'm gonna put some bit of marmalade with the beetroot. It will come out. It has got ultimate gloss. It has got very much amazing shine. So this will be amazing चटकारा thing. बहुत चटक आएगा प्लेट में अगर आप चुकंदर के साथ इसको खाओगे. So I'm gonna just okay. So I have a fresh pan. Okay. So I'm gonna okay. So what I'm gonna do is I have made some bit of these croquettes. Okay. So I'm gonna, what you have to do now, any question guys, any question? Okay, now this little dirty job I have to do. So I need to put this in this batter. So I need to put them in this batter. So batter is made of cornstarch and refined flour. So I put them in equal quantities, and then I'm gonna just dip it in this and gonna dip it in this breadcrumb. Okay, so this is how we should do it, in this, and then I'm gonna put them in this. Make sure you coat it well, because otherwise it might break if you don't coat it well. Okay, so at this period of time what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a shape, like I'm gonna shape it like a drum. Okay. One. So I need to do for every piece. Okay. So before I think I'll take some questions. Okay. If you guys have any question, then feel free to ask me. Okay. So so these are some drums that I made, and I'm gonna yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I hope you all are enjoying my recipe, and I think this is so cool that we use. So in my sessions, what I'm going to do is I'm going to infuse. I'm going to do some bit of some bit of non-veg recipes as well. If Preeti and Pavanji allows me, then I'm definitely going to do some bit of non-veg recipe, and then I'm going to show it to all of you. I have very interesting menu coming up every Sunday. So make sure you guys tune in at 12 to ensure that you don't miss those rare opportunities to do that. So so what I'm doing right now is I'm actually putting some bit of oil on the pan, and then I'm gonna make the oil hot. Okay, this is the oil. So I'm gonna make the oil hot. Okay, you can always use olive oil. If you can use olive oil to fry. Okay, there's no problem. Okay, and then I'm gonna show you how to, those marinated beetroot are there in the fridge. It has become nice and cold, and some bit of chili marmalade is ready. I'm gonna just fry it and plate it beautifully to show all of you what have I done to that lovely beetroot. So the best part about this recipe is that I think you will get when you eat that, you will never say that, oh, what is that boring vegetarian recipe or boring beetroot that I never liked in my life. So people who don't like, believe me, they'll start liking it. This is such, because whatever texture that I have put in this recipe, like vinegar and sugar and spices and all, So those works beautifully, and that is so outstanding. That, and we of course we need some bit of spices for the extra, for the immunity I mean, we definitely need some bit of immunity at this period of time. Okay, so I'm waiting for the oil. Make sure you don't put these croquettes in cold oil. Never do that. Al- Always, because everything is cooked here. There is nothing raw. So that's why you should put things in hot oil only and not in cold oil, not at all. Okay, we just need the outer texture of the croquette to be crispy. That's the only reason why we are coating it, and then we are we are frying it. Otherwise, there is absolutely you can also always eat it just like a pickled beetroot kind of texture. Of course, stuffing you can also adjust according to your requirement, whatever stuffing. So and those lovely rows, you have to learn how to do that. So I sliced them, marinated them, and put them in the fridge. Now I'll show you how to convert that into a beautiful rose that will go as a garnish to this croquette. Okay, so I think my croquettes are nicely crumbed now, and the oil seems to be hot. So once it starts frying, on the side I'm gonna roll it and make it lovely croquette. Okay, great. So I'm just waiting for the oil to be hot. Okay, so I can show you the shape. So you can see the shape of this. Okay, you have to crumb it, you have to put it in a batter, else this might break. Cool. Okay, good. So I'll just take off that sliced beetroot. Okay, and then I'm gonna make the roast, and in the meantime I'm just waiting for the oil to be hot, and then I'm gonna do it. Okay, so I will just take off those sliced beetroot from the fridge. Cool. Anyone has any question till now? I think this is very simple, not at all difficult. Okay, so I have got this marinated sliced beetroot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll it. So I will just take it off from the. I will just roll it on the plate itself. Okay, so so you can see now how am I going to do that. Okay. So what we have to do is with the knife, just see me very carefully. What am I doing? Okay, I think I'll go from this way. This is better. So I'll start rolling it. I think I'll go from this way, other side. So you have to just keep rolling it. Keep rolling it. Take off these mint leaf because we got the flavor what we wanted. Keep rolling it. Keep rolling it. We want a nice big size rose. Keep rolling it. Keep rolling it. So these are all petals actually. These are beetroot petals. These are beetroot petals. So petals and beetroot petals. What a lovely combination, right? Nice. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take off these rolled beetroot on the chopping board, and then I'm gonna cut it with a sharp knife. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it like this. So what you get is These, you just open this. So I'll put this on this lovely plate. Look at this. So this has become a beautiful rose. Okay, so see. Okay, in the meantime, what happened is the oil has become nice and hot. So I'm gonna put these rockets inside them. And just wait till they become nice and crispy from the outside. How interesting this is. Simple, interesting, easy, quirky, whatever you want to say, you can always say. So I can sense that this has already become nice and crispy. So I'm going to take it out. Beautiful. So you need to lower down the heat so that the breadcrumbs come together. Okay, so I'm going to take off them in this plate and then I'm going to plate it in a different plate. Okay. So you can see this outer layer has already become nice and crispy. Wow, nice. Very, very interesting. Cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take them off from the pan. You cannot over fry this because this will become very, very dry otherwise. That you don't want. You want it to be still juicy from inside. So that's why you need to take out in a proper time. You cannot overcook it. 3, 4 at once. Okay, so my cooking is done. Okay, time to plate it. So anyone has any question till now? I think this is a very, very interesting and easy recipe, vegetarian to the core, made out of this lovely beetroot. There are different textures of beetroot that I showed it to all of you. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this liquid on the plate. Okay, and then I'm gonna first put this rose petals here. Okay, simply done rose petals. Okay, and then I'm gonna put these rockets on the side. Little bit of this lovely mint that I have, those marinated mint. Okay, and I'm having this outstanding chili marmalade. How can I forget that? This will also give color to the plate. some fresh herbs. Good. I have some fresh herbs, so I'm gonna put this fresh herbs here and there. Okay, so this is how I thought I'll just show it to you. These are some beetroot croquettes, beetroot murabba croquettes, some bit of chili marmalade, fresh herbs, some beetroot roast, different textures of beetroot, made in no time, absolutely no time, and very simple, interesting, easy. What else you want? That's it. Simple, easy, tasty is what we wanted to show. And if I can just show you from the close. Simple done. Simple. I think simple is very important at this period of time. It should not complicate, because I know we all are at home and there is, we should not complicate any recipe. So you can always improvise these recipes according to what you have. Okay. Hello everyone. So if I can take any question if you guys have at this recipe, then you can always ask me. Thank you very much all of you for watching me. This is Chef Nishant Chaubey here, and thank you very much Petals, thank you very much Preeti, thank you very much Pawan for giving me this platform to come live at Petals Preschool in Facebook and then do some sort of live streaming. So today was all about beetroot. I'll be back next Sunday to answer some more questions, to showcase some more recipes. Every Sunday I'll come at 12. So check me out. Guess what I'm gonna cook next Sunday? That's the question that I'm gonna leave you all with. So stay home, stay healthy, stay safe, and of course keep smiling. And don't forget to tune in. People who have not seen, of course, this would be there in the page, so you can always see that. Thank you very much. God bless you all, and stay fit and stay healthy. Thank you.